No, that many people. Test. Have it. This out from one of. To find this J is difficult. I don't have much clue. I mean, maybe I should have asked more questions. But I heard she's in school. But where to find her? I'm not a department. It's around this side, but then where they are having lecture. Excuse me. This social science, right? Where do they have their lectures? New faculty. Where is that?
Around management side.
Okay. Are you serious? Even the year ones. Okay, thank you. What the hell did you do? Come on. I'm not even moving.
Open them!
Open them now, open that shit!
Open that shit!
You know what, open that shit! Open that shit! Open that shit! Open that shit! Open them! Open that shit now! Open that shit! If they put up a crap, people they eat. Jesus. God! Jesus Christ! People with wickedness. People don't just it. Sit down for ground. Jesus. God! Jesus. People don't just cry, don't just sit there. If they push it for Canada, they say people, God don't punish her today. You gotta push it for Canada, people they eat. Jesus Christ. I'm not saying this woman again. I don't want no time. Sit down for grand. Sit down there, sit down for grand. The blood of Jesus. People when they don't charge the woman food, they don't die. Suffer it.
Open them!
Open them now, open that shit!
Open that shit!
You know what, open that shit! Open that shit! Open that shit!
I saw peace of heaven waiting patient for me, Lord. I saw peace of heaven.
While a plus-size girl was swimming, a bound person lay submerged at the bottom of the pool.
Okay.
Yo! He received. Everybody's gun is pointing down. His gun is pointing to the people. If anything happens now, they will call it accidental discharge. I don't know, they training they gave to this man. We all know this training. Now tell people you also witness this. Tell them you witness this.
Excuse me. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, hey, what's up, bro? Hey, I'm looking for the other.
What?
The Excuse me. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, hey, what's up, bro? Hey, I'm looking for the other.
What?
The Excuse me. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, hey.
For content creation, use these ones. For managing your finances, use these tools. For running your business, use these tools. For growing your network, use these over here. For improving your team, use these ones. For connecting with your customers, use these. And if you want my full AI stack, comment the word stack below and I'll send it over. For content creation, use these ones. For managing your finances, use these tools. For running your business, use these tools. For growing your network, use these over here. For improving your team, use these ones. For connecting with your customers, use these. And if you want my full AI stack, comment the word stack below and I'll send it over. Content creation, use these ones. For managing...
Oh, what a save! What a save!
So you see this Facebook page, I'm boosting it. So if anybody's
别墅里面敞开，水池里面银龙鱼。我送阿寿茶去，他研磨下笔，直接给我死。别墅里面敞开，水池里面银龙鱼。我送阿寿茶去，他研磨下笔，直接给我死。
Charlie Papa, moi sia Papa oh. Charlie Papa, moi sia ahe. Charlie Papa, moi sia Papa oh.
Not fast enough today. Oh my god!
I think he likes it.
Oh no! Oh no!
Hey!
Well, telling you about BBC, did you believe me? When I told you that Buhari was dead, did you believe me?
Ndị bịara kpọpụta your patient. Ndị a bụ ndị ụmụlọgọ Unity Forum na Ogbo Community Radio. I don't know why.
To change this back glass, you
take an exchange.
No. I missed you too. I missed you too. She became huge, didn't she? I missed you too. I missed you too. She became huge, didn't she?
Unakula haraka bro. Hey.
Mesha uone mlango na.
Aisha. Nini bwana?
Wewe sana sema nini? Mimi leo nimeshakula taratibu.
Unakula haraka bro. Hey.
Please. Oh, I don't mean to make you cry, but when I die, just box me up.
Let's have it. Nah, here in jail. And I bet you take how many times agencies also charged me because my hair was overgrown and I came with it to school. Even I think even during secondary, yes, I can remember both primary and secondary school. And the highest we usually do is Ike school Awasagala Wadishi, just school fresh the next day. Let's hear this woman.
Lina! Can you stop that, Lina? See, I'm no longer joking with you. Lina! Stop it! What's wrong with you? It's sweet. Now wait first. Nyamangoro. Lina! Can you stop that, Lina? See, I'm no longer joking with you. Lina! Stop it! What's wrong with you? It's sweet. Now wait first. Nyamangoro. Lena.
The girl never did her homework in 5 years of elementary school, but in art class she broke 50 pencils in a row, yet she wasn't drawing at all. The teacher felt confused and came over to check, only to find the paper covered in messy numbers. The teacher reminded her that this wasn't math class, but the girl didn't respond at all. Instead, she wrote even more frantically. Helplessly, the teacher had to snatch away the paper and announce class was over. Her writing was interrupted, but when the girl came back to her senses, she didn't get mad. She just quietly walked outside the classroom, staring blankly at the sun. Even when the teacher called her, she didn't respond. It seemed like something was on her mind, until the day of the school's anniversary, when the art projects were sealed underground as gifts for new students 50 years later. Amy's face in the crowd grew more and more serious. When the teacher turned around again to check, Amy was already gone. A balloon slipped from the sky, meaning Amy's disappearance wasn't that simple. Sure enough, she went missing. The school organized people to search for her, but from day to night they found nothing. Then the teacher heard a noise in the basement, opened the door to see Amy sitting on the floor with blood all over her hands. The teacher froze in shock, watching Amy's fingers still moving non-stop. She instinctively looked toward the door, only to realize Amy was trying to finish the numbers she'd been forced to stop writing, and she kept repeating the word "stop it." The teacher felt a chill run down her spine, but didn't take it too seriously. Time jumped ahead 50 years. The school opened the time capsule as promised, and handed out the drawings as gifts to the new students. Some got rockets, some got flying saucers. Everyone looked happy, except for one boy who seemed disappointed, because he only got a torn paper full of numbers. While he was wondering about it, a man in black appeared in the distance staring straight at him. Carl was lost in thought. Just then his classmate ran over. When the classmate saw Carl got a piece of scrap paper, he laughed and called him unlucky. Carl didn't care, but when he turned back, the man in black had vanished into thin air. Carl felt the numbers weren't that simple, so he took the paper home and told his dad it might be a math riddle. At first, Jack didn't care. He even used the paper as a coaster, but when he noticed a familiar set of numbers, the engineer in him decided to copy them and study. After several rounds of breaking them down, Jack got a sequence that looked like a 9/11/01/2996. He quickly went online to check, and found that day was the 9/11 terror attack in 2001, and the number 2996 matched the death toll exactly. Jack felt something was off. Those numbers were written in 1959, and he was there when the capsule was opened. Could someone back then really predict the future? To prove it was just coincidence, Jack copied all the numbers down, split them up with a pen, and searched them online. Without exception, every date matched a world-famous disaster, and every death toll matched exactly. But after each time and death count, there were still some extra numbers. Jack couldn't figure out what they meant. Still, the evidence showed these numbers could really predict disasters. So the next morning, Jack went to the research base, hoping to get help from his fellow astronomer. But the colleague didn't believe a word, and mocked Jack for being a scientist playing with superstition. Jack then pulled out his evidence. There were still 3 disasters left. The next one was tomorrow, with 81 people marked to die. He thought this would make his colleague take it seriously, but the man brought up Jack's late wife, claiming Jack was just overworked as a single and suffering delusions. Hearing that, Jack stopped explaining and walked out of the office. But he didn't give up. That night he sat in front of the TV, watching the news non-stop, trying to verify if the disaster would happen. But by the next afternoon, there was still no report of casualties, and since he hadn't slept, he forgot to pick up his son from school. Seeing rain clouds gathering outside, Jack rushed out to drive to school, only to hit a massive traffic jam. He opened the GPS to find another route, but there was no way around it, so he called his son to wait a bit longer. Mid-call, Jack noticed something. The coordinates on the GPS looked familiar. He quickly pulled out the paper to compare. The numbers after the date were coordinates, and they matched his current location. Could the traffic be caused by an accident ahead? Jack decided to check it out, but at the front it looked like just a car crash. He asked the officer what was going on, but before he could finish, the officer's face changed drastically, and he suddenly turned to run. Jack turned around to see what happened. And saw a plane crashing in the distance. Jack knew the prophecy had come true. He ran toward the wreck as fast as he could. The site was on fire and in ruins, but some passengers had survived. Jack gave everything he had to save people, trying to break the prophecy of 81 deaths. But after a huge explosion, it was clearly impossible. Still, he didn't stop trying. Soon the rescue teams arrived, giving Jack a moment to breathe. But as he looked around at the devastation, helplessness washed over him. He could only pray the number of deaths was wrong. However, when he got home, the news report hit him like a hammer. 81 people dead. His colleague came to find him that night, now fully convinced the prophecy was real. But Jack began to doubt himself, because from the moment his son got the numbers to him showing up at the crash site, it all felt too coincidental, as if something was guiding him to stop these events. His colleague told him to stay out of it, but Jack disagreed, because the date of his wife's death in a fire was also on the list, and the last date had no death toll or coordinates, meaning it was an unknown disaster. He didn't dare bet that fate wouldn't strike again. So the next day, he visited the teacher who once taught the girl who wrote the note, and asked about Amy's reaction during the time capsule ceremony. The teacher's face grew heavy. She recalled Amy scratching at the closet door. Jack asked why Amy would do that, but the teacher didn't know. She only remembered the day before the event. Amy spent the entire class frantically writing numbers, and no one could stop her, so she took the paper away. Jack then showed her the and asked if Amy wrote it. After confirming she did, Jack said he wanted to meet Amy, but the teacher told him Amy had died long ago. The trail seemed to end there, but Jack wasn't ready to stop. He searched Amy's name online and found her record. She had committed suicide, and it even made the news. The report mentioned she had a daughter. Jack thought the daughter might know something, so the next morning he followed the address from her email. He saw the mother and daughter about to drive off, and followed them, eventually finding a chance at the Natural History Museum. There Jack pulled off a perfect casual approach. Seeing the girl liked wolves, he told his son to go talk to her. Kids opened up fast, and soon they were chatting. Jack then struck up a conversation with Kelly, using the kids as a bridge, and managed to invite her for tea. During their talk he learned she was also a single parent, and they quickly grew closer. When the time felt right, Jack revealed his real purpose, saying their meeting wasn't coincidence. He had come to find her. Kelly was confused. Jack didn't know where to begin, so he awkwardly asked if she knew her mother had special abilities. Kelly looked puzzled. Jack quickly showed his ID, saying he was an astrophysics professor at MIT, then took out the paper, explaining that his son got it from her mother's old school, the same one where her mom wrote the disaster predictions. He wanted to stop the next disaster, and hoped Kelly could help with clues, but that sounded insane. No one would believe it. Kelly thought he was crazy, and got up to leave with her daughter. Jack panicked and stopped her, telling her the recent plane crash was listed in the numbers, with exact date, location, and death count, and the next one was tomorrow, in New York City, with 170 deaths. Even then, Kelly was shocked but still refused to help. Jack had no choice but to go home, but that night, a car suddenly pulled up outside. Inside were two men whose faces couldn't be seen. They caught Carl's attention. Their mouths didn't move, but strange sounds came out. Carl seemed to understand, and walked toward them. After some gibberish talk, they handed him a black stone. Jack inside the house sensed something was off, thinking they might be kidnappers. He rushed outside, but the car was gone. He asked Carl who they were. Carl said he didn't know. They just gave him a black stone. Jack examined it. It looked ordinary. He warned Carl not to talk to strangers, and sent him upstairs to do homework. Then he started working on tomorrow's prediction. The location was in a crowded downtown area, and only 170 people died, so it couldn't be a natural disaster. The only explanation was a terror attack. That night he anonymously warned the FBI to block off that street tomorrow. The police were confused. Jack didn't know how to explain. He just repeated himself and hung up. The next morning, Jack drove to the coordinates. The police were indeed there, but they hadn't blocked the street. Crowds still filled the area. Jack angrily confronted the officers, but they said they were there to arrest him for spreading panic. Realizing this, Jack turned and ran. The police chased after him, but Jack had no time to play games. The coordinates were right, yet everything was calm, which meant the attackers must be underground. He rushed into the subway station, but after searching around he found nothing strange. Then he spotted a man clutching something to his chest, looking nervous. Before Jack could act, the man ran into the crowd. Jack chased him, angering passengers, which drew the attention of subway guards. The man jumped onto the train, and got cornered at the back, with guns aimed at him. He raised his hands. A pile of CDs fell out. Turns out he was just a thief. A false alarm. The train started moving again, but it hadn't gone 10 meters, when the tracks sparked and shorted out. The switch failed to align. The driver of the oncoming train tried to brake, but it was too late. The train, going 200 kilometers per hour, derailed, like a missile heading straight toward Jack's car. It finally stopped after